Is it just me, or is the world of YouTube just kind of becoming so freaking drama-filled? It's ridiculous. The way I see it is that YouTube was never supposed to be this big. Because it's freaking huge. It's simply an open video sharing platform. That is all it is, and that's all it's ever been. And when it started, I remember watching Charlie Is So Cool, like eating wine gums, and I remember the first gaming Let's Plays, and now it's become something so much bigger. I feel like if you don't live and breathe this platform, you simply won't understand it, because YouTube is like no other video platform. No other news platform, no other entertainment platform. It is like no other. And you know what? That's what makes it freaking beautiful. Because it's real and it's true. Much like Reddit. It's real people behind the Reddit posts, and some of them are very controversial and people don't like them and they get downvoted. YouTube works very much the same. That's why they have the likes and dislikes. And ultimately, it is a place for people to come to be themselves, to share themselves with the world. Now, when people first start doing that though, they don't really think that too much into it. It's just a wonderful opportunity to kind of make something. Spend your free time doing something other than going out drinking. It's something to do with your time, and it's great. If you have opinions on topics, if you want to use the platform for your own creative outlet, it's totally up to you. And people do so many different things on YouTube, so many different things, because basically YouTube is just mankind. It's just mankind. Talking, creating, sharing opinions, it's just mankind, and it's real. It's real. However, because it's real, it's controversial. It's stupid. It's silly. It's hurtful. It's real. So I guess my concern is, where is the line? Where do you have to stop being so real? Where do you start to affect people in a negative way, so much so that you can't or should not be yourself online? Where is that line? Should there be that line? I honestly don't know the answer to that question, but it's a question that we should be asking ourselves, because there's been so much drama around what people have been saying, what people have been doing, how people have been calling each other out, and how other outlets don't understand. They simply don't understand YouTube. They don't understand YouTubers. Because when we talk to you, we're not talking to an audience or a figure or anything like that. Literally, when we're in our film process, we feel like we're just chatting to a mate. And that might be dangerous. That might be extremely dangerous, because you're not. We don't know who is on the other end of this video. We don't know what offends you. We don't know if you share our humour. We don't know what you've been through. We can't take that into account before every video that we make, because there's too many of you. And I don't know whether this video is going to reach one person or 1 million people. We just don't know. And is that our fault? Is that YouTube's fault? Is that your fault for watching? I don't think that's anyone's fault. I think this is just so new. It's so different that no one really knows how to take it. And it's scary for everyone involved. People making the videos don't know what to do. Because at the end of the day, if you're a celebrity or you're a big company, you have a model to stick by. You have people to tell you, you should be this for your audience. You should do that for your audience. You should not do this. You should not do that. However, YouTube is completely different. There's no rules. Okay, there is rules. There are YouTube guidelines. But if people are still on YouTube platform, then they're obviously not breaking those guidelines. So how are you supposed to know? You don't know how the audience are going to perceive what you've just put out. Once you reach a certain audience level, you start to get a better understanding of what your audience is, how old they are, what gender they are. Although even that might not be true, because you know a lot of younger people will use their parents' accounts, so you don't really know exactly who's watching you. But still, does that mean that your content should change? Does that mean that you should change because you have a larger audience? Because of course, YouTubers have a lot of influence, a lot. And that's probably scary to the entertainment models that are a bit older than YouTube, because they had it all figured out. They knew how they wanted to get across to the audience. They knew what messages they wanted to relay to their audiences. Whereas YouTubers, we just kind of wing it. We just kind of wing it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's a shambles. But personally, I like where this is going because it's true, it's real people, and they're not pretending to be this figure that you should follow. They're showing you their true selves. You're getting to know humanity. And yes, it could be ugly, but it also could be very beautiful, and it's up to you to decide who you want to be involved with, what content you want to be addressing, and that does not mean that it doesn't give you the right to be upset or angry with some of the stuff that goes on YouTube. YouTubers get annoyed at each other. YouTube is still seen as very young in the entertainment world, because I guess it is. And people can upload videos from anywhere at any age. All you need to do is get a YouTube channel and you start uploading videos, and then all of a sudden you're a content creator, all of a sudden you're an influencer. And maybe that's on us. Maybe we should have realized that, you know? Maybe the big YouTubers should step up their game. However, they are just normal people like you and me. They just wanted a hobby. They just wanted to make videos. They didn't go to a company and approach them and say, hey, make me famous, please. I'd like that. A lot of YouTubers don't even want to be famous. And if they become famous, it's a massive shock to them and they don't really know how to handle it, because a lot of us enjoy being in our bedrooms away from the public eye, talking to our cameras. That's what we do. It's what we enjoy. So how are we supposed to know how to present ourselves once that threshold is given? And also, what the hell is that threshold? How do you know when you're influencing a lot of people and you might want to change your content? YouTube is about the people. YouTube is about the personalities. It's not about the organizations. It's not about the message they're bringing across. It's literally just real. It's real people. And I'm sorry if some of them are dickheads. I'm sorry if some of them are, but it's just the way that life is. And just like in real life, if you think they're a prick, screw them, move on, find someone nicer. But if this world is not ready for a platform this real, and this true, and this beautiful, and this ugly, then YouTube needs to sort that out. They need to do something with the platform. They need to not leave it as open as it is. I really hope that they won't do that, because I personally enjoy it. There are YouTubers that I don't agree with. There are YouTubers that I love. There are YouTubers that I know I probably shouldn't love, and people would probably get annoyed at me for loving, but it's my own personal preference. And if someone on here annoys me, I ignore them, because it's just what I do. But I do understand that once you get to a certain level, you have a lot of power. I think a lot of people don't know what to do with that power because they've just been themselves. They haven't been working up towards it. That has not been their goal. I truly believe that. Especially the bigger YouTubers. I really believe that most of the big YouTubers are big because they were passionate about their content and they stayed true to themselves. They honestly are invested in this platform and the content that they're making. So they never asked for this power. And I'm not saying you should feel sorry for them. Definitely not. They're doing pretty well for themselves. How are they supposed to act? What are they supposed to do? Once their hobby becomes something so huge. This has never been an option for anyone in the past. Well, I guess unless you're an artist. But then I don't think you can make a living this well as an artist. Maybe I'm wrong. When you put out videos, especially when you put out daily videos, you give out yourself every single day. Just yourself. One person behind the camera. It's you, it's your personality. Imagine trying to filter your personality every single day. It's impossible. And the reason why people love that person is because they're them. Because they're honest. Because they talk about things they're passionate about. It's because they give out their opinions. And they give it out not to change yours, but just to have an input. Just to have a voice. A lot of people these days feel that they either don't have a voice or they're too scared to scare it. They're too scared to share it. But it's kind of scary to know that every day when we put ourselves out, we grow a little bit more. Perhaps videos in the past are not representative of who we are today, just like everyone else in the world. But does that mean that it should define who we are right now? Because perhaps we said something wrong. We shared an opinion that has now matured. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just as bad. I don't talk specifics. I'm always very vague because I don't want to offend anyone. But I can respect those people who say it how it is, who talk just like they would do to a friend, because I feel like that is what YouTube is for. And that's why YouTube was made. And that's what makes YouTube stand out from every other entertainment outlet. You get to make up your own choice when you watch videos from us. We don't expect you to come away from our videos with any certain thought process. We make it for us, we make it for fun, we make it because we love it, and we hope you love it too. But we're not trying to do anything. Well, most of us anyway. I can't talk for all of us. It's a freaking huge platform. And people do so many different things on this platform, I can't keep up with them most of the time. I don't really know how to conclude this video. I just really wanted to get my thoughts out because I feel strongly on this. It's so easy to say, well, just don't upload a video then. Just don't do it if you're gonna offend someone. But how? But then what is the point in that? Because then you're just playing into society's values of what is right, what is wrong, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you should say, what you shouldn't say. And I'm not condoning anything. I don't want to talk about anything specific. Because I'm a freaking coward. There are certain topics that I would never joke about, but that I also wouldn't take offense to or by. And it's so easy to take people out of context when they say certain things or do certain things on YouTube. Because the thing is, YouTube is a platform for the millennials. It's also still an entertainment platform. People are stand-up comedians and they make jokes about the vilest things. But because it's not saved as a daily video every single day, and they don't have a figure and you can tell how many people are watching them daily and constantly, they don't get bashed. And maybe it's something to do with the YouTube platform as well that other entertainment platforms are scared by or don't understand. Because we have influence and we don't know what to do with this influence. And yeah, maybe that's stupid. Maybe we should be kicked off completely because we don't really know what to do with the influence that we've got, but we're trying. We're real people and we're trying. And I think that means something. It's just so difficult because nothing like this has ever come about. There's never been a way for you to be seen from so many people for who you are, an insight into your life, and have to be constantly conscious of what you do and what you say. If you do make a mistake, say something wrong, do something wrong, your apologies mean nothing or they're forgotten because what you did was already done, it's already everywhere. That's freaking scary. So either we change the platform, YouTube makes it harder for us to make videos. They make the rules more precise on what will offend people, what will be bad to say, what we shouldn't do. But then if that happens, then YouTube will be pretty much like every other video entertainment platform. Or people kind of realize that YouTube is real people saying real things, making mistakes, apologizing, or not. And when they don't, I mean, there's a lot of drama going on YouTube anyway. They get called out by other YouTubers, so it's kind of a bit like school in that sense. And I always stay on the sidelines, or I try to anyway. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. I don't want this to be an argument, but I am genuinely concerned. I don't know whether this is right. I don't know whether it's right for people to come on this platform purely for enjoyment, purely to give themselves something to do, and then suddenly blow up, get big, not know how to handle it, not know what to do, not have a PR team, not have someone to help them when they're noticed on the streets, and also not have any guidance on what they should be saying or doing, and actually having such influence that perhaps they could make something bad happen. To my knowledge, it hasn't happened yet, but what do you think? Could it? Or are people taking this too seriously, and should they simply just unsubscribe, not watch, not acknowledge, just like you would do in the real world, because these are real people. It's really hard to remember that they're real people because they're still behind a screen, but they are real people. I hope I got my point across, and who knows, I might totally regret putting this video up, but I just wanted to get my voice across. My voice! Because that's what YouTube's all about. We all got a voice. We all got a freaking voice. And maybe I get too emotional about those things. I don't know. Yep, okay, let's start a conversation alright in the comments below. Thank you. If you like this video and you like my opinions and maybe you want to see more, give it a like, do the things. Alright. Have a lovely day or evening. Bye.